All right, once again, I'm here with my boys on the Print Factory. I don't even know if we call this the Print Factory. The last time we were on, it was called the Print Factory. But my guy Hoop, like always, and the man of the hour. I mean, the man that is calling everyone on the planet out, DFS, poker, whatever else. He's politics. He's calling everyone out. The EmpireMaker. What's up, my man? I'm happy to have you back on.
Always happy to be on with my two favorite guys in the industry, and I definitely owe Tony an apology from last show about Giannis. 2 years in a row, I won against Tony on that, and it didn't go well. He's a flat track bully.
He's a flat track bully.
He is. I have to admit it. I'm wrong. You need to be able to shoot in the fucking playoffs, and the guy can't make a shot. Like, I'll take Big T shooting threes over Giannis, I think.
So that's a smart man.
But
the sound's echoing.
I think it is. It's not echoing.
Yeah, real bad. Yeah, it is. Anyhow, it's big.
What kind of pissed me off about the NBA playoffs is they just honestly handed the title to LeBron with no resistance, bro.
Yeah, that was a tough scene. I mean, in terms of the Giannis thing, it's Big T. He's typically not right about a lot of things. So when he is right, you definitely have to stroke him and make him feel good about himself. So I'm glad you came on and willing to get this thing started right and get Tony feeling good.
I mean, he's once right in the blue and blue. He was definitely right about this.
What is it? The echo?
Yeah, the sound is brutal. Something's fucked up on the sound.
All right. I just had to make one apology and we can get in.
Should we restart it?
Oh, dude. Just fucking go live. Let's go.
It's echoing, though.
Yeah. We got to restart this sucker.
Oh, God. All right. Let's go then.
I keep hearing it though. That's all I can hear is the replay.
I'm hearing too.
It's got to be on one of the screens.
I hear someone talking all right, it's good now.
Yeah, I think it's better now.
Okay, it's good now.
We good? We good?
Yeah.
If someone's watching, are we good?
Now back to the apology tour. Now that we got the screen. So where do you rank Giannis at right now after these two playoff runs?
All the Clippers, right?
What's that?
You said the Clippers were going to win.
Me?
Yeah.
I was on the Lakers. I'm always fully honest with the people. I was on the Lakers all year. COVID hit. I was super down on the Lakers.
Oh, you were on the Lakers?
What the last pod we did? I took the Lakers versus you and whoever.
No, he bailed. He bailed going into the playoffs. You totally bailed on the Lakers. We're not going there.
No, I was getting into that. Who?
I got some receipts. I think
you'll see them because I had the Lakers. Well, to be honest, we had a wager. I had the Lakers. You had the Clippers.
Well, you canceled. You
canceled because of COVID. Yeah, I didn't say it was a winner. I was backtracking. I definitely didn't pick the Lakers. I'll be honest.
You got cold feet, kid.
I got a little nervous. I thought the Lakers sucked.
It was the Bucks and someone versus. I had the Bucks and the Lakers, and you had the Clippers. And
get the receipts out.
I think it was the Sixers.
I had the Lakers and Sixers. You had the Clippers.
No. You had Clippers and Sixers. No. I had Clippers and Bucks. You had Lakers and Sixers.
Yeah, that was the bet. But
okay, you might be right now.
Your point is though, I did backpedal and I did get off the Lakers. Okay, I'm not going to take a victory lap on it.
How bad of a bet is that? The Sixers?
I mean, I had the Lakers too, though. You got to give me credit for one. I mean, Ben Simmons died.
Right. I see it now. I see the text. You're right.
Well, I backpedaled. I can't take credit anyways. I backpedaled, so I'm not going to take credit.
I mean, it's just a fucking egregious wager, but yeah, you were right, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, if the Lakers won, you can't be making fun of me when they got the job done.
All right. We're done about NBA. Fuck the NBA.
Yeah. We got to get down to the real business
stuff. Anyways, we got to get to. So what's been going on in the industry, for those of you that haven't watched, Empire, you tell them about it, Empire. You offered anyone in the world, any sport, minus 120.
They have misconstrued my words. I said I would lay Awesomo minus 120 in any cash game. And then all these people come at me saying, like, I get minus 122. I said I'll play anyone in any sport at even odds. The odds are not going to be the same for everyone. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so a bunch of people are straw manning me saying, oh, why don't I get Rufus Peabody said, why don't I get minus 120 in golf? I'm like, because that's not the deal I offered. So
who's the first offer?
I'll play anyone in any sport at even odds. That was basically it.
So how did you get it over to where you were playing them in the new format, the Thunderdome? So now they're going to play 10 contests, Thunderdome, which is the biggest contest, most prize money win. How'd you get to that format?
We got to that format because A, I don't think he likes cash games. I don't think he plays cash games. And B, I think he thought he had an edge in it in that format and not the other one. But for some reason, like, no one was betting him at even money. I don't get it.
Because everyone knows you're better than him.
I mean, he's the number one ranked player in the world.
So what did the odds end up having to get up to for you to get adequate action?
130 minus 130 me.
Minus 130, okay.
I got like $1 million or something on that. So
McLovin jumped in and bet $500K against you. I mean, that's disrespectful.
Well, he's a good player. I respect his game, but I think these formats favor me a lot more because we're not playing any Thunderdomes over 25 people.
What was the PGA one this week? Is probably the biggest, right? That was
20 people.
Was there 20 in that one? Yeah, that's one of the bigger ones. How are you guys handling if it's a like? You know, you guys said you were trying to finish on the Masters, I think, and that's obviously will probably be a.
We're having this dispute because I don't want someone to like go into the Masters with that big Thunderdome and they get like third place and I fucking win everything else and then they win, you know.
Yeah, no that could skew things.
Keep it under 25 people, so you know it's actually some skill.
Yeah.
You can just think the last one and win, you know? You could get third or fifth. I don't even know.
Yeah, that would skew things a little bit because that's clearly going to be the biggest one.
He knows he's a fucking underdog.
And then the bet you versus him, was it any odds or was it just even money?
It was even money.
Even money, okay.
I think the guy's just... So I tried to give him more action at 120. He wouldn't take it. So, like, what is he doing? He doesn't have the bankroll to do it, or he's totally wrong, right? Like, why wouldn't you?
Yeah, I mean, if he felt confident and had the cheese, I mean, I'd assume that he'd double down or, you know, at least throw a little bit more on there at better odds if he thought he had the edge. Because this was his format that he picked.
20 cents is a lot of cheese.
Especially when you're getting up in that $1 million mark where you're laying some good cheese.
Well, I mean... Man, I know there's a few good players out there. I consider Hoop one of the best cash game players. I'm not laying Hoop fucking odds. I'm not laying B Creator odds. I mean, those are the two guys. Everyone else, I'll give them a little bit of odds.
What do you think your true odds are now that everything's locked in? What do you think your true odds are against Awesomo?
I talked to a bunch of people. The consensus was like 150.
Ooh. 150.
Yeah.
I mean, in a one-team format.
Dude, he's playing right in my hands, though. He's playing like I can play my cash team and not have to worry about correlations too much.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in those. I'm playing those. I mean,
we're playing small Thunderdomes. If we were playing like Wildcat, I'd love his side.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm in those contests, and I'm playing those with you guys, and I mean, honestly, I mean, my return in those pretty good. I'm assuming you and I play pretty similar. Your return is obviously pretty good as well. I mean, for me,
who do you think is in our lifetime in those Thunderdomes? Me or Awesomo?
I mean, because they're the smaller Thunderdomes, and you can play those cash games. Like you said, you play the optimal plays, and you do well. The one concern that I had, on your side, if I'm in your head and I'm thinking, would be duplicated lineups, because a lot of us are playing very similar type teams. We're looking at the same stuff. We have the same mindset. That's why we've all been pretty successful. Does that concern you at all? Potentially having a duped lineup with somebody?
Well, I don't really think so in golf. I don't think
not in golf, but let's say like MMA tomorrow.
NFL kind of worries me because there's kind of like 2 consensus teams every week. It seems like. Yes. Like, the sharp people have one or the other.
Yes.
I mean, well, that's the other challenge with A.E. Jones. Like, I play a little bit different. I'm not like a projection slave. Like a lot of these guys, I have some crazy plays that I just go by. So,
and that is one question that keeps popping up. And I've listened, people had sent me a clip about a podcast where some guys were talking about, I think Awesomo hopped on there as well, but a lot of people, and a big portion of that conversation was based around projections. People seem to be very interested in if Empire has his own projections, what is Empire doing for projections? Like that kept coming up. You post you posted on Twitter about questions, and 3 or 4 people projections. People are so concerned. I think people are so infatuated with projections nowadays.
Okay. So I'll tell you what I do with projections for baseball. I mean, I pretty much solved baseball projections. I don't really want to talk about it, but I do. NFL. I look at a few projections. MMA, I watch a lot of tape and make a lot of bets for myself. So I kind of go off with that. It was way easier when there weren't as many sports going on to handicap MMA better. But with this challenge, I'm going to be watching all the tape. So I'm getting edges like that.
Yeah. See, and that's the thing that
NFL, I think there's so many projections out there that you can kind of get a consensus and just go off of that. Like your site, ETR, DR, I don't know who else, football guys, whatever. You can combine all those. You'll probably be a winning player, right?
Yeah. And I mean, the thing is, you have to have like some version of your own input. You see a lot of people, man, like you had said before, like just slaves to these projections. I mean, just absolute slaves to these projections.
The biggest guy is Awesomo. He's just the biggest, bot out there.
Yeah.
Like,
he's sitting every game, every high stake game. I mean, I'm guessing a large majority of your action on most slates is versus him, and whether you win or lose is depend.
It's all. And he really has no input. I don't think he watches sports. He's very good at hockey. I think he knows hockey well, but the other sports, I just think he's totally clueless. It's like he's never watched a game before. Like, we're sports fans. We can watch some games. Like the other day when Brandon Lowe hit 2 home runs, I watched the game the day before. I'm like, this guy's about to rake. I mean, you can't see that stuff in projections, though. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah, and that's how Tony. You've kind of had the same approach too. Like, kind of imply the eye test a little bit when going about building your lineups, right?
Yeah, that's why I'm rooting so hard for Empire, because I think all of us, and basically our whole friend circle, is watch the games, feel sure we use projections. I mean, we all use them, but we don't base everything on it. We hashtag watch the games and go with it if you like them. That's how it is, right, Empire? Or you don't do that? Empire was telling people on Twitter, like, I make my own projections.
I make all my own projections. I'll look at a few NFL projections just because I don't know NFL as well as other sports. So, I'll look at NFL stuff, but MLB, MMA, golf, I do all my own stuff. I don't look at any projections.
How much can you even use projections, though? Like baseball, really all that matters is stacking and pitchers, right?
No, I don't really
for tournaments.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have
for tournaments. I mean, yeah, you're obviously stacking and stuff, but I mean, he's playing these high stakes 3-mans and stuff where you're playing more cash builds opposed to tournament stuff.
MMA's got to be your biggest edge as far as against Awesomo, I would think. Don't you think?
I mean, if he makes his own lineup,
even if he doesn't, like
totally better.
So you don't think?
I mean, the biggest part of the year tomorrow, it should be a good sweat. Khabib versus Gaethje.
Yeah.
Maybe Fate's Khabib or something. I don't know.
That would be it. What is he? 9,200?
Is he? Yeah, I think so.
Well, you'll see his teams drastically change from how he was playing a few weeks ago, I bet. Oh, my buddy's here. 1 sec.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, the projections are just...
Yeah, I mean, people have become slaves to them, really, and they can't think outside of them. They're not watching the games. They're not seeing what's going on. And, I mean, yeah, in tournaments, you definitely need to look at projections and whatnot. But, I mean, I think, it's almost a detriment to their game now. Like, people really just can't see outside those numbers that they see from projections.
All right, I'm back. Sorry, guys.
Cool.
All right, any other questions?
I mean, there's a few that you want to go through some of these questions from the people. From that Twitter post? Here's one. This is a good one. Was your first milli the easiest? And you commented on that, but I thought that was interesting.
I mean, for myself personally, it was because I got into poker at the right time, and it was kind of like how DFS was. Like you were playing DFS like 6 or 7 years ago.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Free money. That's how poker was in 2006.
Yeah.
And for most people now, I would say it's the hardest. You have to fucking be very dedicated, save money, find some good investments.
Yeah.
I read a stat the other day that 50% of Americans don't even have $400 saved. So
no, it's crazy.
It's fucking crazy, man.
You said $400?
Yes.
I believe it.
Percent of Americans.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's true.
If you consistently make good decisions over time, you will do well. But making your first million is definitely not going to be easy. You have to be dedicated.
Yeah.
Don't get into big student loan debt. That's the biggest thing, I think.
Yeah, a lot of it's timing, man. Getting in the right thing at the right time, like you said. I mean, with poker, you got in early, and you were able to kind of dominate.
All these people are calling me trust fund babies. I'm like, dude, I was working 100 hours a week when I was 18, grinding poker. I was a millionaire when I was 18. Don't call me a fucking trust fund kid. I worked my ass off.
I love that people just go with that, and none of them even know.
Hey, there's no basis.
Like that, just because you're rich, they just assume
that you come from money. Like you can't work your way up. I mean, for me personally, playing DFS, like when I started playing DFS, I had like $3,000 to my name, I think, and I started playing, got my ass kicked, and I can still remember actually it was it's a quick funny story, but when I first started playing, I played a 3-man in MLB with CSU and somebody else, and it was an afternoon slate, and the Rockies were on the slate. So I go in there, and it was at the time, I don't know if you remember this, Empire, when you could full stack teams. Like you could pick 8-9 hitters from like one team. You didn't have to have like any,
That might be old school before my time. I don't remember.
Yeah. So this is a lot. This might have been this is probably like 8 years ago. So I get in this 3-man. It was a $25 3-man CSU and someone else. Felt good about my team. I was looking shit up. I'm like, all right, yeah, this is the right team. I play it. Well, that game kicks off, and the slate kicks off, and the Rockies score like 14 runs. And, I pull up the other guys, CSU has 8 Rockies hitters, other guy, 8 Rockies hitters. They have like, shit ton of fantasy points. And I got my ass kicked. So like, man, like, why are these guys playing hitters from the same team? And, you just kind of learn and you learn off people. So I literally was playing, $40, $50 a slate, never played any GPPs, and kind of worked my way up. And, it's,
the great thing about DFS is the scalability. Like you can start with $1,000, man, and you can turn it into $50,000 in a year if you're working the right way. The scalability of DFS is like unlike anything,
Yeah. Yeah, and it's clear. I mean, obviously, it's much harder now than it was years ago. Like when we were talking.
It's better than the stock market. It's way better than sports betting. Like the ROI you can achieve if you're playing well is unbelievable. So that's what I have to say about that.
Yeah.
We got a good question in here from Todd on Twitter. Says, how many strokes do I have to give you a side if we're out there playing on the course?
Oof. Well, Tony, I mean, you kind of when me and Bass were playing you last time, you kind of moaned it in when we were up big, and you and your buddy, remember that?
I remember the last time I played with Bass, he stroked me, but I don't remember the time I played both of you.
Well,
where did we play at? Colorado?
Yeah, you started moaning it in. You were down big on the front. You and your buddy. Last hole, you fucking eagle it. Get even. Everything's all good. You don't remember that?
I don't. Only time I remember playing was.
You don't remember Basco putting you through the grinder?
I always remember Basco throwing me through the grinder. The dude
CSU definitely had to be behind that, huh?
Oh God, he pounded me so hard the last time.
Honestly, my golf game is weird. I guess I would play at like a 12, but I could shoot in the 70s and I could shoot in the 90s. So it's a hard question to answer.
You're a two-man person too. Like you're a good team player. Where you.
Oh yeah, we played teams yesterday and we fucking stroked them.
Who was it? Who was the teams? Anybody we know?
No, just some guys in my building, some poker guys.
Yeah, well, we got to get back out there. We got to get Hoop out there. Hoop has to be bad on the course.
On the course? No,
I've seen his Snapchats. He looks real dusty.
Hey, that is why. Hey, when I'm not good at something, I openly admit it. I'm not a good golfer. I am willing to admit that. Let's see.
I'll tell you one thing. I don't know who the worst batting performance.
No, that was dude. Okay, that damn bot keeps posting that damn video. It's the most skewed thing ever. So the fucking the machine, you could not. The machine was in the darkness, like it was in this bar. The actual where the balls was coming out of. Literally could not see, like the lights were off. So next thing I know, I hop in there. It was the first swing, and this 90-mile-an-hour fastball comes. I'm like,
90-mile-an-hour fastball.
Oh, I'm not even joking. That is no exaggeration.
The pitching machine was throwing it 90.
And then I turned around. I was like, man, after that. Hey, after that, I was lacing those things, and of course, he turns the camera off. After that, he gets that one thing where I hop in there. This thing's 90. Coming 90 out of the darkness. Coming out of the darkness at 90.
Out of the darkness.
I played baseball my whole life. That's not my baseball swing.
They had a pitcher for 15 people in a row, and I think they brought in the ringer to me. They were throwing me balls in the dirt. I'm like, I can't even hit these, bro. Like first pitcher, and they video it, and I'm like, what is going on? Throw me a fucking strike.
See, I got people in the chat. They actually were there, and they can attest to that. You couldn't see these balls coming in. But yeah, in terms of golf, like I'll fully admit, not good at golf. Like best round, like if I go out there and shoot my balls off, best thing is probably going to be like mid 90s. Worst case scenario, we're definitely in the triple digits.
I mean, it's hard to fucking get out in golf when you're grinding DFS. It takes too long, you know?
Oh, yeah. I know.
It's a whole day project to get out there and do it right.
I mean, we should set up a basketball match. So me and CSU versus Tony and Hoop.
Oh, man, this is the first proposal of me and Tony on the same side. This is the first proposal of me and Tony on the same side. Usually it's
he's going to be winded after 2 minutes.
Oh, see, man, you're going to get me mad. I'm in. That's all you got to do to get me booked. You just start saying that, man.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm worried about Hoop's game, but I'll take him versus you two.
Oh, get out of here.
I don't think we can. Empire, I don't think me and Hoop can lose to you two.
Let's play, dude. Let's play next time we see each other.
How much? Let's lock it in.
Yeah, let's lock in 5K. We'll do 5K.
I'm in. Booked.
That's a good deal, yeah.
Me and Hoop versus you and CSU.
So your opponent in your challenge did post a question in the thread.
Changing the subject when we're sitting here locking in a 5K bet.
Oh, all right. Oh, go. Yeah.
No, I mean, the rules are 21s, 1s, and 2s, right?
Yeah. You know, I'm in. Yeah, I'm definitely in for that.
Yeah, don't be changing the subject.
No, I mean, yeah, that's locked and loaded.
You play.
I just don't like being on the same team as Tony. I like going against him, but I'll make that.
Get in that winner's circle.
You play make take after 1 or like 5 or 6.
Whatever you want. What do you want?
Okay. All right, we'll iron it out later.
Yeah,
I always say make it
5 or something.
I always say make it take it right from the get go, but
whatever we can do that. Whatever.
You're doubting the strokiness of CSU.
I've played with him. He played in a men's league game with me.
He's damaged goods, man. He's got that injury still lingering. He's damaged, and
I don't want to talk about that anymore. We hear about it.
And he's got the kid coming too, so that's even that his game's going down the tubes now.
CSU is going to get worked.
He's a basketball grinder, bro. He's got it.
Oh, by the time we bring CSU into these negotiations, me and Big T are going to be laying plus 150 to you guys or something crazy.
Oh, he is the master manipulator.
You haven't seen my athletic skills, dude. I'm a fucking Rodman of amateur basketball. All right.
So your opponent posted a question in the thread. He said, "The outpouring of support from the community I've gotten after we announced our bet has been amazing. How does it feel knowing that most of the DFS community is rooting against you?"
Well, I don't really agree with that. It seems pretty split to me, right?
Yeah,
90%.
Yeah, just said most of the DFS community. So. Whatever most is.
It's fucking lackeys that, work at Awesomo, and it's just a different vibe with me and him. Like he's like a Biden boy. We're about freedom and Trump,
We're about freedom.
No, I'm all about freedom, bro.
Yeah.
These guys are fucking, I don't know, they're just total weirdos.
They're nerds. It's the nerds.
Oh,
it's the cool kids versus the nerds.
It's absolutely that. It's Trump versus Biden in DFS. I see 50-50 pretty much.
You put the dude in the grave yesterday, though. You said he hasn't been laid since the Beatles or something.
I don't think the guy could get laid in a Thai brothel. That's what I said.
Couldn't get laid in the Asian massage parlor?
Dude, literally, we were at some live event. My buddy, who's probably the biggest nerd that I hang out with, said, "Is there something wrong with this guy? Like, he's the biggest nerd I've ever met in my life." Exact words. Like, that has to say something.
Nerd on nerd crime, man.
No, but, he's one of my best friends, but he's just like, this guy has some screws loose, bro.
The best was when he posted that picture of the 4 nerds and said, "This is the dudes that."
That's the best. Bro.
What was that one?
Laptops, right?
That's one of the best ones.
Yeah.
Mr. Randone has made an appearance in the chat.
How's he get? Look at only C-Dome could come in the YouTube chat and have a check mark and a yellow box around it.
Verified on freaking Twitter.
How much does he pay for that shit?
Yeah, that's a good C-Dome. How much you pay for the check mark on YouTube? Let us know.
Well, he's got all that stock money, man.
He just rolls right in. He's got the gray background, got the check mark.
That's out too.
Yeah.
Wow.
Stocks only go up. Randone's getting rich.
It has been fun being in the stock market. That is definitely for sure.
That's why we need Donnie back, bro.
So we need to talk about this because this is a topic that I got a Carl. But so you have, I don't even know how much, but a shit ton of money on Biden.
I can answer it.
What?
Ask me any question about politics.
So it's a simple question I got, though. You have a shit ton of money on Biden, but you want Trump to win. Explain that to me.
Because I've looked at the data, state-to-state data, swing state data for like a year straight. There's markets. You can calculate all the odds on the swing states, and I'm just not seeing the same line. So I bet like 500,000 on even money at Biden, and I think he's like minus 202 today. And I mean, just do the math, bro. There's odds on every state. Look at the states he needs to win, and he needs to.
He has shifted. He has shifted pretty good though in Florida. I mean, so if he wins Florida and Ohio, he really only has to pick up one of those other states. So you don't feel confident. You don't feel confident in him winning one of those other.
That is incorrect though. He needs to win Arizona then.
If you win, okay, assume he wins Florida and Ohio. All right.
Okay.
And kind of carries the same ones he won. Not carries the same ones.
You're also discounting that he has to win like Georgia and North Carolina.
Yeah. If he gets upset in Georgia or North Carolina, it's going to be much more difficult. Yeah.
So flip. That's just what I'm saying, you know?
Yeah. No, I know what you're saying. No, I get it.
He has to win 5 flips in like a plus 170. So I'm not really seeing the odds being there if you do the math.
Does the polling concern you at all? Like how inaccurate they were last time around? Because it seems like a lot of the betting markets are based off the polls.
Yeah,
I could be wrong.
I get the concern about the silent majority, but in my opinion, polling is pretty accurate. I think what we saw in the last election, I bet on Trump. I think Tony did too.
Yeah,
at, plus 500 or whatever.
God, those were some fun times.
Yeah, we got some Bird Wings bucks.
I mean, Bird Wings hasn't been seen since 2016.
He's still in hiding. Actually, my only bet is with Bird Wings on the political.
I know people don't want to hear this, but everyone hates Hillary Clinton. B, there's some people that will not vote for a woman president. It's just facts, dude. So,
yeah.
I went to Florida. I was talking to a lot of people before the election just for that, doing some investigation. And I'm like, damn, Donnie's going to fucking win the state.
Yeah.
And Florida was the big state, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I mean, it's definitely going to be an interesting rollout. I mean, the mail-in ballot stuff. The mail-in ballot stuff could definitely be a big wrinkle.
Helps the Democrats so much. That's you're also discounting.
No, it's true. No, it definitely is. But
there's ballot harvesting going on for certain. They're more organized in doing stuff like that. It's just facts.
Donnie's a good cheater, though. He's got to have a scheme up his sleeve somewhere.
I mean, you don't understand like how organized Democrats are politically. We're just more about like chilling and voting for Donnie, you know? We're not going out there. That's true, man.
I know. Nothing was like last time, though. It was like 15-1 on election night. I mean, it was like 15-1, 20-1, and then all of a sudden 8-1, 4-1, 2-1. Then he was like -300, and we're like, holy shit, he's going to win. It
might have been the Russians, right?
Yeah, it was the Russians. The Russians got him.
So they've been trying to nail Trump with 5 cases. He's got off. Like, it's been a total joke.
Yeah.
Like he hasn't been able to do shit because he's been investigated for 4 years straight, dude.
Yeah, they're investigating him for what they were actually doing, but we don't want to get too political here.
No, political. I'm just saying, like, when you're trying to impeach a president, he doesn't really have time to do other stuff. Yeah. When you're looking into Russian allegations with like Roger Stone, all this other stuff, the guy has no time to do his fucking job.
Yeah.
It is true.
No, it's true. It definitely is. Another question that popped in, which I think is a good one. So they want to know who the best DFS personality is to party with.
Well, my answer was A. Raven.
he is a legend.
The bad
he is that is an easy answer right there. I mean, what is insane.
Goes hard in the paint.
Yeah.
Bad girl,
man. I prefer to call him Bad Girl.
An underrated guy to party with is, I think he's your brother-in-law.
No, Todd. Yeah, Todd goes hard. I just was in Vegas with Todd in August for a wedding. Here's a good story that I think you'll appreciate. So he lives in Dallas. So their cousin got married. My wife and his cousin got married. So we were staying at the Cosmo. And we went freaking hard the first night. Like, I mean, for me, hard. Married with kids is 3 a.m. You're dead the next day. So the wife and I were laying in bed, and we had a suite there, so he's pounding on our door. He's like, get up. He's like, I got a friend that I want you guys to meet. I got a friend here that wants to party, wants to meet you, blah, blah. Walk out. It's Johnny Manziel. Boys with Manziel. So Manziel's sitting there ripping a cig, doing shots of Fireball. It was fun, though. We had a good time. But, yeah,
I met him in New York. We're at this classy, hotel, and we go to the hotel bar. He just brings a boombox with him and starts blasting music. Yep. This is when all of Trump's cabinet was staying at the hotel, and we're like, "Sir, what are you doing? You can't bring a boombox and just."
Not only did he have the boombox, but he was playing Tupac, hardcore Tupac songs.
So those would be my two answers.
Yeah, he goes, man.
They were both on the same trip, so it was epic.
Yeah, no, he goes hard for sure. Got anything, Tony? Or you want to go through some more of these questions here?
Yeah, so what's the deal with, I know a lot of people, we talked about Awesomo a decent amount, but what is the deal you versus the poker guys, A.E. Jones and those guys? What?
Man, with the poker guys, it's never just one of them. It's a team of many guys. I'm sure Empire can back that up.
It's all. I mean, what does A. Jones have as his action, 5K maybe? It's all Mike No Tip and McDonald putting up the action. I just hate these guys, and I think it's a fair line, so I'm willing to gamble whatever. I don't think there's any edge in that matchup. I think it's a true line. I just want some of that Timex money.
So what's
you laid it minus 110 for 100K a week?
Yeah, and straight up DK cash games.
Just NFL main slate Sunday, 110 to 100.
A. Jones is a solid player, no doubt about it. But I just think those crew of poker guys are some of the dorkiest dudes I've ever seen.
Empire, what happened with that free throw thing? He won, right? But what was the issue with it or what?
Well, he took a break during the middle. Someone had to use the court or something. I don't know. I don't know much about it.
What?
I saw I guess he made some amount of number. Someone had to use the court, and he left and came back. Maybe I'm not sure about the story, so don't quote me on that.
Oh, so some team had to practice or something, and then he came back and finished.
I'm not saying that. I just think you have to shoot him continuously.
Yes, I would say so as well.
I just saw Nick Schulman bitching on Twitter about it.
Couldn't you edit it though? If you do it at a different time, or I guess it was always live.
Who knows? Yeah. I mean, if you bet against that guy, you're probably a fucking underdog. That's what I'll say.
I seen the first shot in the bedroom or wherever the hell they had that hoop, and it looked like the worst shot ever. And I still knew he was going to win because those dudes are hustlers. They're going to find a way to get to the winner circle.
I'll tell you, don't give that guy any action. Stop losing your fucking money to that guy.
It'd be like betting against fucking Bales and push-ups. Imagine betting against Bales and push-ups.
No, that was the exact analogy I had. I'm like, you think Bales is not going to do this? And I know, a bunch of my friends bet against them, and they were disputing the push-up quality. I'm like, man.
Yeah, that argument was dust so quick. I mean, those were.
You start bringing up stuff that's totally irrelevant.
Those are some quality push-ups right there.
Yeah, I mean, Bales is a fucking animal, dude.
Yeah, and you got the pillow girl in the background taking care of business. I mean, it was just a well-oiled machine.
If you're betting against Bales, you need to rethink your life a little bit.
In anything though, the dude it's push-ups. The dude was never. He could have done another 800. I bet.
I'll tell you what. When a bunch of sharp people are on one side, you probably want to get on that side.
Yes. If you're on the other side, crying for wrong form and to be let out of the bet,
well, we had Draft Sheet on the other side. Andy, I don't know.
There's a lot of people. Yeah, Draft Sheet was the one. He was the main one beating the drum.
And Bad Girl, you guys gave Bad Girl credit. Bad Girl gets a lot of credit for his partying. He was whining like a bitch when it came to the push-ups. He was on the other side.
I don't think he was complaining about the form. I think he was just complaining that he lost.
He got it in bad.
Yeah.
He was definitely not happy about that part.
Yeah. Lost his LOL money.
Yeah. Yeah, so let's look at. I mean, we're not going to go too deep into the DFS stuff.
There's a few more questions I thought that were interesting before we hop into it. Someone asked, I mean, you don't have to answer this, but I'm sure you will, your most profitable day betting or DFS or anything in general.
I'll tell you what, my biggest losing day is way worse than my biggest winning day. So,
interesting.
I would say I lost $3 million one day betting, and probably my biggest day winning is like $2 million, I would guess.
Sometimes what happened on the day you lost $3 million? Was it a bunch of stuff, or was it?
Sometimes you just go like 0-30, you know.
It was a day with just tons of losses.
Yeah. 100K bets, you go 0-30.
It adds up quick.
What did you do that night after? Because I know this is a question.
I actually went to the UFC fight that night, and I was like, for the first time in my life, I couldn't even have fun, man. That's a tough. I sucked out on the main event. It was maybe the biggest suck out of all time, so I got a little bit back. It was the Korean Zombie Yair Rodriguez fight. We elbowed him with 2 seconds left.
No, and you won that one on the negative $3 million day.
Yeah, I mean, I got 100 of it back, but whatever. No.
That's the hardest part, though. Especially, so you have a ton of money. You're maybe the best gambler overall, sports betting, poker, DFS.
Definitely not. I mean, combined, maybe.
Overall, yeah.
I'd say definitely. When you look at the combo pack, I think it's pretty clear.
Sports betting and poker, I'd take infinite people over me. But I'm saying if you combine them all, yeah, I don't know. I have to be up there.
I mean, I wouldn't put anyone ahead of you. As far as the whole combo, it shouldn't even be close, like, really. I mean, sure, there might be.
I'm trying to think. I don't think so.
Yeah,
no, it's you.
Yeah.
But the swings, so what I was leading into, though, the swings, like, even for normal people, the swings are brutal. Like, how do you deal with the downswings? Besides
I've become so desensitized at this point. It really doesn't matter to me. Like, I think when I first started, I would be sweating the games like crazy. I don't even sweat. Like, I don't even log in and look at the scores. I don't try to stress myself out more. Like, if I need to swap, I'll look. But other than that, the swings don't get to me. Like, I'm playing with a big enough bankroll where I don't think it matters, you know?
Yeah. No, and it's, I mean, obviously I play high stakes, but not the level that you're at. And, you know, I've been doing it for a while too. And I got into the point where.
All I'm saying is, like, when we first started out, like, you were probably fucking pacing back and forth. You know?
Gosh, yeah. Oh, absolutely. Like, I can remember days, like, early on laying in bed, you know, just dead tired, like, just continuously refreshing my phone for these, like, NBA games that end at, like, 1:30, dead freaking tired. Got a baby in another room crying, just refreshing. Now, I mean, I can go to bed without knowing, like, where I'm at. Like, over time, you just kind of get numb to it.
Tolerance over time.
Yeah. But yeah, early on, man, when you first get involved in this stuff, it's tough, man. You're sweating, and
I would be like chain smoking a pack of cigs on NFL Sunday. I'm like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
But now I'm just whatever happens.
Yeah.
Just play good. Be mad at yourself if you're not playing good. You can't control the outcomes of the games.
Yeah. No, it's the best advice, honestly. Some people had asked, like, what you're going to do specifically with the winnings from these contests that you have, like, so your side bets and all that action that we talked about. Do you have anything planned for what you're going to do with the winnings?
I went out to buy this car I've been looking at. It's called Brabus. It's custom AMG. Look it up. It's the sickest car.
$500K, you said, or something?
No, it's probably like $350, but maybe I'll buy like a G-Wagon too.
You got to get a license plate dedicated to the haters, though, right?
We'll get 2 license plates.
One on the front and back.
Thank you, Awesomo, and thank you, nerds.
Thank you, nerds. I mean, these guys were calling you out on a few of these other shows. I can't wait to see you own them. I mean, calling you Ian Dupe and whatever else.
I literally had to turn off that podcast. It was so bad. It's like these guys.
Well, the worst part about that podcast was you got the TikTok video guy that literally is like questioning your strategy in these games. The guy that makes TikTok videos.
Yeah, the guy that is a pro TikToker wants to fucking challenge my strategy. Well, I don't think I listened to that one. I listened to this. What's his name? Rye C or something?
I don't know.
I think he's on the Awesomo team. I'm pretty sure.
All he kept saying it was, I was a trust fund kid. I was a coach. I was like, all right. They were gonna say I was just gonna play like, chalk, and I quit after 5 minutes. I couldn't handle it.
Yeah, it might have been the same one that I listened to.
It was some weirdo shit. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
It was like the 4 guys with computers. The photo.
He knows. Do you know the layout of? Have you guys agreed to the whole? Because you said you didn't want to finish with the Masters because it's too.
Oh, we're doing 3-3-3, MMA, PGA.
The next 3 weeks.
And then we got to decide on the last one. I'm not letting him just ship it in on Masters and try to bank. So our terms were anything under 25 people. We have that agreed on.
Oh, okay. That's fine. That would protect you from the final PGA one. That could be big.
Guy calling us out yesterday. This PD theft. He's like a Twitch guy. I don't know, but he's calling out Bryce for not playing. I'm like, I'm not laying 130 with dupe lineups. Like, are you fucking retarded, dude?
Yeah, and why would you want your buddy in there anyway?
Like, I'm laying massive odds.
Yeah.
Like,
that's not a
valid excuse.
But is that going to be their excuse when you dust their ass?
Well, yeah, they might not pay me, and then
they're not going to pay you because Bryce didn't play. We're not paying. Bryce didn't play.
Bryce didn't play. No payment.
Well, I mean, I'll fucking riot if that happens.
Oh, they'll pay. You're gonna. What about?
I mean, dude, these libs have every excuse in the book. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
it's never their fault.
They come up with
got cheated. They always got the short end of the stick.
Personal responsibility out the window.
Self-ownership. Look it up.
What about just the sports betting side? Like, how crazy do you go on like a Sunday? Like, what's the average amount of games you'd bet?
I usually bet. I don't bet NFL.
You don't bet any NFL?
Maybe one game a week, but I'll just do like some big free bets with friends. I mean, dude, you're not being the closing lines in NFL. Let's be serious.
Yeah.
Big sport I bet on is MMA. Just because I think it's pretty subjective.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, baseball, NFL, you realize there's 100 sharps putting in bets throughout the week. You think the line's not going to be right on Sunday. So that's my thoughts.
Speaking of MMA, that dude last week that pounded that guy for 3 rounds and got like 70 fantasy points. That was
that too.
That was criminal. Like, that was, I mean, I didn't play the dude, but that was disgusting.
I played him and it was tilting as shit.
Actually, I played him on FanDuel.
I honestly think he should have scored like 140, 130.
He literally dominated him like every second.
Every second. It was the biggest beatdown in UFC history.
I don't even know.
Girl fights after. She barely does anything and she gets 94 or something.
That happened early on in the, after COVID when UFC was kind of popular. One of the first slates I played, the same thing happened. The dude just pounds this guy.
I know you're exact. I told DraftKings I can show you 20 instances of this bullshit.
Yeah.
Change your scoring.
Yeah. It was like, I mean, it's that obvious.
I want to know if that guy's playing on the sites. Like, it's a legitimate question.
It's crazy. He had 10 significant strikes, and he laid on the dude the whole match.
This guy, what's his name? Samson, DFS?
Yeah.
It's this graph that showed the percentages. Everyone else was like 40 to 60%. He was 4%.
of their percentage of strikes that counted as significant.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, that's crazy.
Like, I want to know if these guys are playing on the sites.
They have to be doing something because, that was the biggest beatdown ever. 10 significant strikes was just terrible. And then the chick right after, who's the chick right after that dominated and got like an extra 30 points?
Yeah, I mean, it's so flawed. Like, I don't even know if it's playable. Maybe Awesomo's gonna call him fight metric.
Yeah, he might have an in. That might be his secret weapon.
That's all I get.
Awesomo's not like good at MMA, is he? I've never seen him like crushing MMA.
He's not very good at anything, to be honest.
I mean, I like to be honest. Like, I think he's very good at 150. Like, just to throw it out there, putting it in there. I do not think he's good building one team.
Not good at making logical decisions, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's the nerds. They put it in their little projection system and they run 150. They're good at correlating it. That's why I don't think he'll ever do good in a live final either, because he can't make one freaking team.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, absolutely. They're what they do is what I do not like to do, but he's obviously very good at that.
Yeah. He's great at the 150. I'll give him credit for that for sure. Who's the MMA? Like, give us talk MMA tomorrow. What do you think about just the main fight? You don't have to talk about anything else. Like, does the other dude have any chance of beating him?
I think it's a very interesting fight because Khabib's never really faced so Gaethje has a good wrestling background. He never uses it. And Khabib's never really faced a wrestler like that. So I think he has outs for sure. I just think Khabib's at such a different level that it doesn't matter, you know?
Yeah.
But, like, if Gaethje can, maybe survive for 3 rounds and get him in the 4th or 5th round, I think it's possible.
I'll tell you one thing. Like, I'm not huge into MMA. Got into it with, when all the other sports were shut down. But that fight, who did he fight last time? Gaethje.
Ferguson.
They pounded the absolute shit out of each other. Like, I mean, they were beating the absolute hell out of each other.
That was my biggest MMA bet of all time.
Who, you were on him?
Gaethje, yeah.
Yeah, like, I could not believe some of the hits he was taking. And it wasn't even phasing him.
Tony's a fucking psychopath. But
yeah.
So is Gaethje.
That was honestly, I think, since I've been watching, probably the most entertaining fight was those two. Just pounding each other and it wasn't phasing them.
Well, yeah, they just had to stop it because he took too much damage.
Yeah.
They're like, dude. And then he was in the hospital bed after. He's like, with his thumb up, he's like, all good. It's like, yeah. He's a true psycho, bro.
He would have never given up either. He would have literally had to be dead. He would have to be dead on the mat.
El Kukui, bro, the boogeyman. But I do think Gaethje is live. If he can, I just don't think anyone can stop Khabib's takedowns. I wrestled a lot growing up, and he's the best, bro.
Yeah,
he's never not been able to take someone.
This new guy coming up, Chimaev, is the same way.
That guy, that's impressive what he's done so far. Now, a lot of people are saying he hasn't faced anyone, right? That's the big criticism.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, his first fight. What was that fight? I mean, he. I don't know if it was the first or second fight. He just goes right at him, takes him down, literally just carries him into his corner, and just finishes him off right in his corner.
It's like the leg control, dude. It's next level shit. And then well, this guy can't strike. He knocks out GM3 in fucking 3 seconds or something. So
he lined that up and just pounded him
straight to the face.
I mean, a good rule in MMA is always bet on the Dagestanis and the fucking Chechens. They're next level people.
I can't wait to see him fight someone because he's going to keep jacking people.
I want my boy Brandon Allen to fight him.
Why don't you think it'll happen?
I want to set it up.
I seen it. He was sitting with Dana last week.
Oh,
They
he
got to
wants
be
to fight.
sizing something up for him.
Give Brandon the fight. We'll get a fucking real fight.
Do they not want to move him along too quick or something? Just
I don't know, but this guy is a monster too. I would bet on Allen if I'm getting good odds. I'm just trying to hype this guy up because I'm a big fan of his.
I mean, he's literally, he hasn't even got into the second round, has he?
No, he's fighting. He is fighting total scrubs, bro.
Yeah. I mean, the last time he literally was one punch.
Not a total scrub, but he's not top 50.
No.
Here's a nice comment in that thread. Not to break this up, but it says Alex Baker has proven to be the weaker-minded in this duel. He seems threatened by the existence of EmpireMaker, and EmpireMaker represents the everyday man.
I do.
You represent the everyday man.
I do.
I agree.
Fighting off the nerds.
Crybaby whiners, the libs.
Yeah.
Like
You're battling. You're battling for people every day.
yeah, dude. I don't know. I've been battling the mobs for like 2 weeks straight. I got 50 people coming at me every day. It's not easy.
What happened with the dude? Tell us about the dude that pulled the machete on you in Portland.
Oh, okay, God. Well, they're saying Portland's not too bad. I'm just walking down the street at like 8 p.m. It's really hard to get Ubers there because they don't want to drive people around. So I'm walking back to my hotel, which is like a 25-minute walk. I walked through the wrong neighborhood. This guy fucking...
Are you by yourself, too?
No, I'm with my other buddy. This guy jumps off his porch with a machete, starts chasing us.
You were running?
Yeah. I haven't run that fast since like 8th grade cross country. 2 blocks. Tries to throw the machete at us. Misses.
He threw the machete at you?
Yeah, he didn't come close to it. I wasn't like... It was like one of the... I was like, to my friend, I'm like, run for your fucking life, buddy. But it was one of those out-of-body experiences, bro.
He was just on his own porch and just saw you coming?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Did he think you were one of the libs coming for his house?
I have no, he was one of the libs coming for me.
He was with the crew.
Then I get back to my hotel and I'm like winded as fuck. These 2 other guys come up to me. They're like, bro, what's your favorite restaurant here? I'm like, I don't know. They're like, what's your favorite restaurant? I'm like, I don't know, bro. I'm not in the mood after getting, that happening. They're like, get the fuck out of our city right now. I'm like, all right, dude. I got targeted pretty hard there.
You took interviews and stuff too, didn't you?
I didn't. I was walking down the street minding my own business the entire time. Portland is real GTA, and that's what America, like a lot of these cities, New York, Chicago, Seattle are turning into. They'll see.
No, it's not good.
It's not good. We need some law and order. I'm not joking. If you want to see your fucking cities burn to the ground, go ahead. Not to get too political, but no, I mean, Trump represents some kind of law and order. He has the backing of the police. Police do not respect Biden and a lot of these mayors. So they're just, 60 police officers quit last month in Portland. They don't want to work anymore.
Well, no one has their back. They're risking their lives, and no one has their back.
That's why I say when I say back to blue, like we're doing it because these guys are about to fucking quit.
Yeah,
they've had enough.
Yeah, and
there was 8 deaths of black people killed by cops this year, and I think one in Texas was completely, they threw the cop in jail right away, right? 2 days later, or a day later. The George Floyd thing was obviously fucked up. There's a trial though. We have a legal process in the U.S., right?
Yeah.
and you have to go by the legal process. I get why people are upset, but if you want change, you have to change the laws. So stop protesting about certain stuff and start trying to get the laws changed. Is my only point.
Yeah, makes sense. Definitely makes sense. Scary stuff.
Politics.
It's a slippery slope.
I know, because these people don't like logic. They don't like facts or logic. And I'm going on a political podcast next week, so we'll leave it to them.
You and Tommy G joining forces finally?
I hope so.
God, that would be the best.
He won't respond to me on Parler, dude. He's
what?
The
Parler.
Underground Twitter.
Oh,
It's like a not supposed to be like a non-biased type Twitter where people are not censored.
Like, honestly, I think Twitter's gotten to the point where they are targeting right-wing people, though, for sure.
Yeah,
Jack Dorsey is an obvious liberal, and when they posted the Hunter Biden stories, people were getting banned for you can't post a New York Times article. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, the censorship is unreal.
I mean, yeah, that's all I got to say about that.
It would be funny, though, if I just said Tommy G was coming on right now and we just brought him on.
Let's bring him on.
He would come on, too, but it would be...
I got Tommy's number, I think. Let me text him.
We need him on. We need him on here.
Let's keep going.
Oh, that'd be quite the thing.
Well, I don't know. We could go into the baby blood and the adrenochrome and the QAnon stuff.
He's got some funny ones over
It's too much, but I just think people like Tommy and Alex Jones, they should be able to speak their mind on Twitter.
Yeah,
and
say whatever.
If you're slandering someone, take them to court. Sue them. You'll make a lot of money if they're saying wrong things about you.
My favorite was when he said Tom Hanks was actually dead or in jail. And he was doing
With the glass. Like, look at the glass.
Oh, it's so
Look at
funny.
the shadow. Look at the shadow. I mean, that's a little out there for me. I don't really follow that line of thinking, but I think it's funny.
Yeah, exactly. You don't have to judge what everyone says, though. Just if you believe it, you believe it. If you don't, you don't.
They just move on and don't pay attention to it. You know?
It is what it is. Like, it doesn't.
Unfollow.
I'm saying what happened with him is he was literally slandering like Chrissy Teigen, but they should not be banning him. She should be taking him to court if she wants to do that.
Yeah.
Like, we have freedom of speech in this country. If you're not being racist or threatening to hurt someone, you should be able to say what you want.
Look at Chop popping in the chat. Said, "Look at this sausage fest." He said, "Why do we got to be a sausage fest, Chop?"
I got some girls over here, kid.
Yeah. Come on, Chop. Come on,
Choppy.
Chop does well for himself. He's on the workbench a little bit.
Oh, Chop definitely hits the bench. I mean, he's a bench member, full-fledged bench member. He's not on Team Nerd.
No, yeah, you guys are pumping some kids out. You know, you got to be on the bench a bit.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you guys.
Yeah. No, I spend plenty of time on the bench.
Yeah, the bench is definitely getting the use here. I mean, if not,
I love that. Tony is saying, so I mean, I just have to copy him sometimes.
So where are we going, T?
All right, I have one request. Let's do like a little against the spread contest.
Yeah.
People will be on a team.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are gonna team. Oh, you guys are gonna stroke it.
I mean, like I said, last time we did this was probably about a year ago. It might have been 2 when we picked the board basically, and
Last time you picked the winner.
me and Empire. I mean, between the two of us, I think Empire and I basically picked every game correct, and then Tony's sitting there at the end of the night, like, man, you guys hit all those winners. I should have listened to you. I wish I could dig up those texts.
I should have listened to the smart guys.
Yeah, imagine that. I'm doing a podcast.
That's fine.
He's too busy playing.
You guys could be on a team. Well, how many are we picking?
Playing Taysom Hill every slate.
But yeah, the last time we had you on too was the Thanksgiving slate, and you guys talked shit to me, and he scored 2 touchdowns.
Who?
No, I think that's news.
No, it was me, Empire, and CSU, and Empire and CSU made fun of me, and then he scored 2 touchdowns.
Because you wanted to play him on the main slate.
No, it was the Thanksgiving slate. It was 3 games.
Yeah, 3 games. I mean, that's not even better.
He was a tight end, not a quarterback. He scored twice.
Okay, I got it. Good.
Yeah, guy in the chat said Hoop is probably 70%. I mean, that's my standard rate. I hit about 70% of games. I mean, yeah, of course.
How many games are we? How many are you circle jerkers?
Like that, you just gotta give. You just tap the table. Good hand.
Yes.
Good hand.
How many are we picking?
All right. So how many games are there?
I think we got.
Let's just do 3 each. We'll make it easy.
3 each. Yeah,
well,
I like
you guys
that.
are on a team. You said you guys are. What are you both going to pick?
Well, we'll all do 3, but I mean, Empire and I will probably go 6-0, and Tony will go 0-3.
We'll all do 3. We'll all do 3.
We all pick 3.
You can do a snake draft. 1, 2, 3. 3 gets 4.
Let's just go down the list, and we can pick as we go.
Oh no, like so. First, second, third. Third gets 4th. Okay, it's like reverse snake.
You can go first,
third
Empire,
first.
since you're our guest.
No, I want 3rd pick.
You want 3rd pick? Okay, Hoop can go first.
I'll go
70%. I haven't even looked at the games yet, so.
Are there 9?
Let's see.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Like,
6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, there's enough. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna take.
Wait, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, wait, 12. Let's just do 4. Let's do them all.
Okay, just the
pick them all.
Yeah, spread.
All right. So once we pick one side of it, it's off the board. All right.
All right. I see one game off the board though. Bucks. Let's see what.
I think that's a COVID game.
It looks like Bucks are favored by 3.5 ish.
I just see it down on Penny.
Yeah, it's 4.5 on a few sites.
All right, let me see.
It's 4.5 on FanDuel.
All right. So just pull up. What lines do you want to do?
We can just do DK. DK has them all up.
DK. Let me see.
I'm not sure if I can see that in California though.
It won't let you pull it up even?
Let me check.
I can tell you guys the spreads anyways. Or Hoop can.
I mean, they're all going to be like kind of.
Yeah, they're all the basically.
All right, so who's going first?
Who's first, Tony?
Hoops for 70%.
Hoops for Mr. 70% gets to go first. Okay, that makes it easy. Give me the Patriots at home against the Niners.
New England -2 over San Francisco.
Yeah.
-2.
I got that for sure.
Okay, I haven't looked.
Your Niners suck, Tony.
They just pounded the Rams.
Yeah, that's fine.
New
That's an
England
outlier.
sucks. Cam Newton is awful. Like,
but they actually have like a good defense. So.
Oh my god, that might be my least favorite pick of the week.
Just bet it. Hey, remember what happened last time. Have confidence. Remember what happened last time.
I love it. I love when he makes fun of you. That makes me feel good.
He won't be making fun of me Sunday night when we get that screenshot like last time.
I honestly think the Niners just have like so many solid players. Is my take.
Yeah. See, I mean, he shit on Hoop. I like it when he shits on Hoop. That's the best.
I have no clue. It's NFL. Anything can happen.
Yeah, I mean,
you're up.
I'm looking. I haven't looked super. I got to pick a winner because I'm going to kick your guys' ass here. I'm looking down this list.
Just don't take the one I want.
I'm going to go with. I'm going to take the Bears. I like the Bears over the Rams +5, and I think I got a bad number on
6.
DK.
I'm saying 6, dude. Everywhere.
Yeah, DK has 5.5. I'll take.
5.5. Of course, it's a good pick at 5.5.
I do like that. I think the Bears are actually like a sneaky, decent team.
Line, bro.
Okay, I got the Bears then.
Okay, I'm taking Pittsburgh +1.5.
God, I love Pittsburgh.
Oh, look at this stroke fest. You're accusing Empire.
I hate Tennessee. Like, I think Tennessee isn't that good.
Oh, all right. I'll give you guys one to make fun of. Let's see.
No, he's picking 2 in a row.
Oh, yeah, come back. All right, I got time.
Oh my God, there's some weird lines out here. Give me 1 second. Sorry, I'm gonna take Denver.
We got to pick winners.
Take Denver.
Plus taking Denver.
9.
Denver plus
back. We don't have those dust balls at quarterback anymore.
You can even have 9.5. It's 9.5 on DK.
I'm going consensus, bro.
Okay, but you only want 9. I like that.
Yeah, I only want 9.
Fair member. Okay, so you got Pittsburgh and Denver. Let's see who I want. Oh God, yeah, I want is the Chargers 7 or 7.5?
On DK it's 7.5.
I'm seeing 7.5.
Yeah, I'm taking the Chargers.
Oh, that seems fishy. All right.
So I got 2.
So who picked first? You get 2, yeah.
I want the Bengals, Tony's Bengals plus 3.5.
All right.
And then
how is Cincinnati getting 3.5 anyway?
I don't think Cleveland's very good, but we'll see. And then give me. I'm gonna stick with that 3.5 number. I want the Texans plus 3.5.
I like that. I like that bet.
Oh, Green Bay? Yeah, I hate Green Bay. I actually like that bet.
I mean, Texans should have fucking won that game. I mean, that AJ Brown bullshit touchdown.
That was one of the weirdest overturns I've ever seen. Like that
wasn't an overturn. They confirmed it.
Oh, I thought that. Oh, the last one. I thought they overturned it. No.
Oh, it was.
Maybe I was thinking of something else then.
AJ Brown scored with 4 seconds left, but like he was clearly out.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe that's what it was.
Played good. They played the Titans last week.
Okay. Let's see who I want. God, I hate taking freaking favorites, but I never take favorites. I think Tampa Bay's good though. Like I just want to take.
Yeah, I agree. Good pick.
Is it -4?
-3.5. I'm seeing
3.5. Okay.
3.5.
So I
forgot that's a COVID game though. What happens if they don't play?
You get a loss.
I might not want to pick it if I get a loss.
I mean, we're doing standard cancellations.
I'll pick an extra game at the end just in case it gets canceled.
I'm gonna take my boy Kyler the Kid at 3.5.
Yo, I like that one.
A lot of 3.5. A lot of these games are 3.5.
The worst part is I kind of like all of our picks so far, except for the pick.
The only pick I didn't like was Hoop's first pick.
What if we just hit them all? Just ship the board.
So what games are left? Is it the Atlanta game?
Got Atlanta,
Washington,
Detroit,
Atlanta, Bills,
and then
Jets.
Bills, Jets.
Oh God.
And Saints, Panthers. We got.
Oh God.
Is there 13? There might be 13 games.
They just Emmanuel Sanders just went to the COVID.
Yeah, there's 13 games, so I can pick the last one as a.
You know who's the quarterback for Washington? Is it going to be Kyle Allen again?
I think it's going to be Allen.
Oh God, these are all the dustiest games. That's why we haven't picked up.
Dallas is so terrible.
Oh my God, these are all tough. Sorry, give me 1 second. Let me get Detroit plus 2.5. What do you think about that one?
I think
Atlanta's a solid game, man.
I like Detroit. I'm taking the Saints. I got to take New Orleans. -7 or 7.5.
Let me see that.
7.5.
7.5. Yeah.
Okay.
So I either got the Bills game or the Cowboys. The Washington football team is favored over the Cowboys. Wow.
Can we change that fucking name, by the way?
Yeah, it's so
I
dumb.
like making fun of them just saying football.
They can't have hot cheerleaders either.
I'm going to go with the freaking Bills, I guess. The Jets saying I could never pick the Jets.
So you got Buffalo, what is it, -11?
11.5, yeah.
Then for just in case the Tampa goes down, I'll pick this last game. I got to take Washington. What's the number in that one?
1. -1. Yeah, -1, yeah.
That game only counts if the Tampa Bay game.
Yeah.
So Hoops got New England -2.
What do you want to do? Just a friendly wager on who gets the best.
Yeah, the bragging rights. The bragging rights.
Oh, no bragging rights.
I'll do it. What do we want to do?
Just we'll do like 1,000.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, 1,000.
That's fine, yeah.
So each
Lock it
person.
in.
So if you win 2,000.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that. Okay, so Hoop officially's got
Bragging rights.
Yeah. Wrong guess for bragging rights.
I thought that's what he said. I thought that's what.
Yeah, bragging rights. Put some skin in the game, kid.
I want the skin in the game because you guys suck.
All right, guys, I gotta get out of here. I gotta do something. So it's
Cool,
been great.
man.
All right, cool. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, it was awesome.
See ya. I'll recap these wagers as we sign off, unless Captain. I don't think Captain did it, but Hoops got New England -2, Cincy +3.5, Houston +3.5, Buffalo -11.5. I got Bears +6, Chargers -7.5, Tampa Bay -3.5, New Orleans -7.5. God, I got some bad chalk. And I got Washington -1 if the Tampa Bay game cancels. Empire's got Pitt +1, Denver +9, Arizona +3.5, Detroit +2.5. Ah, man, how do I got 3 bad favorites. Oh, man, that's weak, but it was fun.
No, that was good. Yeah, it was a fun little show there. A bonus episode for the Run Pier fam.
Cool. Is that it?
Yeah. Got anything else?
Back
Want to chat about?
Back tonight for the full preview with Dunkel and JSU, but
Yeah.
more content coming. Hopefully, everyone enjoyed a little different of a podcast there.
Yep.